Hey, Steve Tankersley of Tankersley Construction here. We're actually in one of our ADUs under construction in Dorado County. This is a really unique project because it's actually as big as we can build in the county. And if you know about ADUs, it stands for accessory dwelling units. So essentially a granny flat, guest house. These are great, income potential or second home for a family member. And here in Dorado County, California, we can actually build up to 1,600 square feet, which is a really unique size limitation because it actually allows you to build a full house. So behind me, you have the kitchen. I'm standing in the living room. This is a really cool place. It's got a great wraparound porch, and we're really expanded on the indoor-outdoor living out here in the country because this is a 10-acre parcel. So as you're designing an ADU, you're really limited to a certain size. In Dorado County, as I mentioned, 1,600 square feet is where we can go to. It's actually the largest possible ADU size in the entire state of California. If you go down to Sacramento County, for example, we're limited to maybe 1,200 square feet. So start off with what your maximum size is and what can we fit in there. Maybe you don't want to build to your maximum size. Maybe your lot size can't facilitate that size. And so we look at what our maximum allowable is, but then also what can your lot size dictate? Do you want a 2-story ADU? Do you want a single story? There's a lot of factors that go involved in this. In this particular ADU, we spent about 6 months in design, which is a little bit of accelerated process. We were able to get through design and permitting in total, actually 6 months. I always tell people allow at least 8 months for your design and permitting process because you don't want to be up against the gun and making decisions quickly and have lots of time to evaluate what you really want. As you get through design, you go into construction, and our typical ADUs can be anywhere from 6 months to build to 10 months. It really depends on the size and the complexity of the site, how much work there is on site prep, and also how large that project is. This particular project, we started in July and we'll be done in February. So it gives you a good timeline of how long that's going to take. So I get the question a lot of how much does our ADU cost? And it's really like going to a car dealership and asking how much a car costs per pound. There's so many variables. What's the complexity of the design? How large is it? What are the finishes like? But I always kind of give an estimate of if you have maybe $450 a square foot, it's a good baseline to start. It can certainly go up from there. And that typically includes all your materials. This one we're standing in right now is about $475 a square foot. It can go up, it can go down. Smaller they get, the higher cost per foot goes up to. Also, you have to factor in your design costs. Design can be anywhere from 5 to 10% of your total cost for the build. So you're talking about a $500,000 ADU. You also have to factor in maybe $25,000 on top of that for all your permit plans. So your interior design, your permit drawings, your engineering, and your permit costs. The timeline on that can vary, but typically in design on an ADU like this, we're about 6 to 8 months. So we're standing in the kitchen, and this is not a typical kitchen in an ADU. It's actually really a full-size kitchen. Right here we have the island. It's taped out a little bit on the ground, but it's a nice size island. There's no dining table in this house. We're actually gonna have it outside. So this is where a lot of the breakfast happens. Kids come by, grandkids do their homework. This is a really cool feature. One of my favorites, a pass-through window. So this hasn't been installed yet, obviously, but this is where the kitchen sink is, and we have the countertop extending all the way through to a bar. And this is actually a lift-up window, so it lifts right up. You can sit out there, enjoy your coffee, have the game on, pass through, margaritas and all that. Over here is a nice, unique feature also, typically not seen in a smaller ADU. This is more of a butler pantry. So lots of cabinets are going in here. We have a built-in wine fridge and sink, and it kind of transitions out here to the veranda. Let me show you back here. So in this veranda also, if you look up, you notice all the piping and the wiring is coming through here. It gives us a good chase to get our utilities in from the garage over to the house. This will all be concealed again by the tongue groove wood paneling. My favorite feature is this pass-through window. This is gonna lift up. It's made by Evo Windows. It's gonna lift up. We're gonna have bar stools here. Great place to sit and work, or talk to your family, have a party. You can fit a lot of people here. This will be the main dining space. There's no dining table in the house. We have a large dining room table out here. Just an awesome, great place to host, entertain, have some potted plants out here, really enjoy the nature out here in Dorado County. So I'm standing in the primary bathroom, and what you notice, this doesn't look like your normal primary bathroom in ADU. It's a full-size master bathroom that you see in any custom home. So some features we really try to include in our designs as we're thinking of aging in place are unique features such as curbless showers. We don't want any kind of barrier for entry, something to trip over. Also lots of width between our walkways. You notice there's a good amount of width between the shower and the tub, and we're thinking about how is this going to work with two people walking by, potentially a walker, potentially a wheelchair. We're also trying to keep the tub deck low. We don't want to have someone have to step in if they're disabled or older, and we're really thinking about all those accessibility features. Again, grab bars, also grab bars in the shower. So you'll notice there's blocking in the shower for grab bars in here. There's a bench if someone needs to sit down and wash. And we're really thinking of all those things in advance. So we're building this house for someone's forever home. So this project's moving right along. We're ready for installation, then drywall, and we'll be turning this project over to the owners in early February. So we're right on schedule. It's looking great. We got the roof on before the rains, and we're ready to finish this thing strong.